Good morning, Case. How we doing, brother? Hope all is well with you. No, that's genuine strength. That's genuine. And I'm not that savvy to have a green screen, to be honest with you. I tried that. It really didn't work. Too many wrinkles in the sheet. Too many shadows. That's real scenery right there. All right, Case. Hope you had a good night, man. Rest up, brother. You made it home safe, right? That's the most important part. That's the most important. All right, guys, you get to look at my ugly face now instead of that beautiful sunrise. Hope everybody's having a good morning. All right, strength. Yeah, okay. All right, good. Appreciate that, man. When I get off, I'll definitely check that out. I'll see what's up with it. There's got to be a glitch somewhere because, like I said, um, I have mine on too, and they're sporadic getting the notification. So, what's up, Anthony? Complimental. God bless you, and you have a great day too. I hope you're staying safe. Welcome, Anthony. I appreciate you popping in, brother. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, see, right? We're kicking and screaming. What's wrong with YouTube? What's wrong? Everybody else is wrong, but us, old school, right? It can never be us. It's always got to be something else. It's always got to be somebody else's fault. Yeah, I'm actually down in Florida for a few days now. My daughter and my grandson. Um, so I popped up a little early this morning. I went down to the hotel gym, and there were actually a few people in there, so I didn't want to pop the camera, which doesn't make sense because every place we go, people get sketchy if you pull out a phone and you're recording. But what they fail to realize, I mean, I guess they do. I don't know. But every place we go, you're on camera. You can't go anywhere today without being on camera, right? You go in any retail store, you drive around. If you have Easy Pass in your car, the automatic toll thing. They know your every move. You pay with a credit card. They know what you eat, how much you paid for it, where you were. But then if you pull out your phone and you're recording, people get old. Why are you recording me? What are you putting me on camera for? Every place you go, you're on camera. You're on camera almost 24/7. So it's ridiculous. Good morning to Daniel. Peace to you, brother. Thanks, Case. Appreciate that, brother. No, Anthony, I never thought about joining the WWE. I didn't. Never crossed my mind. No, Jay. We're not talking politics, 8th Street. And if you can't figure that out, Trump or Kamala, I don't know what to tell you. Nothing I say is going to change anybody's mind, right? If you're a Trump guy and I say Kamala, I'm an asshole. If you're a white dude for Kamala and I say Trump, I'm a piece of shit, right? So what does it matter? What's going to happen is going to happen. And God help us if it goes the wrong way. Paris, what are you looking for advice on, my friend? I'll try and help you out. Anthony, I'm a retired law enforcement officer after 32 years of service. It doesn't matter, we're all God. We're all God. Each and every one of us. When you say I am, that means you're part of this universe. You look pretty close to look. Well, what would I have to do to look like him? Well, not that I'm trying to, but matter. We're all God. Okay, go figure that out. Go do some self-development, and maybe one day you'll figure that out. Paris, what do you mean public speaking? What, you want to give a speech? You know, public speaking is. They say people fear public speaking more than they fear death, right? So there was that old Jerry Seinfeld joke that said that the majority of people would rather be in the casket instead of giving the eulogy. But yeah, public speaking is a real thing, you know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a fear of judgment thing. Um, I don't know. It's just, but it's like anything. It's a skill that you have to practice. Uh, you know, start in front of the mirror. But really, just I don't know. I mean, I'm certainly not an expert on. I haven't given many speeches in my life, um, but it's just another skill that you have to work on. You know, and really, it comes down to I think that at the base of it is a fear of judgment, and that's something that's like a superpower that you have to develop over the course of your life. You have to stop worrying about. You know, when you're younger, you always fear. You know, especially young kids, you want to be part of the group, so you're deathly afraid of that judgment. You always want to fit in. But then the older you get, you just think about, and you look at the masses and you look at and you say, why would I want to be a part of that? I want to be different. I want to do everything I can to be different. What do I give a shit what anybody says about me? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to you what anybody thinks about you, what they say about you. It doesn't affect your life. You know, as long as you're healthy, keep yourself healthy. Oh, okay. So you got a speech coming up. Well, all right, Paris. Again, I'm not. I'm just giving you an opinion here. It's certainly not. I'm no expert on public speaking, but you want to make sure that you're prepared. You want to have the speech, at least a good outline of the speech. You don't have to have it down verbatim, but definitely some good bullet points. And if you don't think that you can be that, you know, even with the bullet points, if you don't think you could in front of the crowd expand on the bullet points, then write it out as much as you can and practice. Keep repeating it because at some point you'll almost memorize it. And when you get up and if you're prepared, it's not going to take away all the stress, but the preparation is going to take away a big part of the stress. When you stand up there, at least you know what you're going to say, you know. And again, don't look into people's eyes, just kind of look over everybody's head, you know what I mean, and just be prepared. Make sure you have everything written down. Don't walk in there and not know what you're going to say. Don't try to wing it. If you have this anxiety, if you're fearful about it, and you think you think your mind is going to work right, and you're just going to be witty, and everything's going to come off the top of your head without being prepared, it's going to be a disaster. But I hope it's not going to be. Just make sure you get prepared. Write out what you're going to say, you know, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just practice. You, Anthony, you're my favorite superstar. You're everybody's favorite superstar today, Anthony, in the chat. All right? How about that? You are, Anthony. You're the star today. You did it. You made it. You may have just gotten knocked off your perch, Anthony, by Will Z. We'll call Will the funniest guy today in the chat. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you being here. Nyan Skowana, whatever your name is. Am I happy? Well, yeah, I'm very happy, but now I'm extremely happy that I see that you're in the chat. You made me even happier. It is a hotel, Texas. Hi, David Crow. No, old school, no, that's just my garage. The building behind me is just, the house is further back. Nyan Wijana, yes, like I said, I'm happy. And I'm even happier that you're here. And now I'm even happier than that you keep asking me if I'm happy, because it shows that you're concerned about me. That is true, Boston. That is true. All right, Paris, brother. Just take a deep breath, like I said, and prepare. Prepare your ass off. Write it out and write it again and say it. Don't just, when you write it out, when you write the speech out, don't say it in your mind. Stand up in front of a mirror. When you're walking, when you're driving, say it. Say the words. You understand what I'm saying? Don't just say it in your mind. Don't just think the words. Say the words. And I'm telling you that it's going to get smoother and smoother, and you'll do better and better. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Yeah, that's a very, very good point, old school. And Paris, again, what old school just said, you want to start, throw in a couple of little witty things if you can. Don't try and be, Dave Chappelle. Don't try and be like the greatest comedian in the world. A couple of quick things, and again, don't go on and on and on. Keep it short and to the point, and you're going to build a lot of confidence by doing that. But if you stand up there and just, blah, 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 and just go on and on and on, then it's going to be bad. But write it out, and you'll probably have, if you do that and you keep saying it, things might sound a little off to you. So, well, I'm going to change this and I'm going to put this in instead of that. And I'm telling you, it's going to get better and better over time. And by the time you're ready to give that speech, you'll be fine. It'll be just, it's going to roll off your tongue. Yeah, 9/11 is coming up, Case. I was actually at the site for 3 days after that happened. It was unbelievable. It was like something out of a movie. I couldn't even begin to describe what you saw over there. Um, it was horrific, unbelievable. But anyway, yeah, where do I find my inspiration? Really inside me now, Case, because I just, I look back. I look back at the way I was living. I always, there's certain like universal laws. You want to call it cause and effect, the law of compensation, you reap what you sow type thing. And I always thought I was smarter than everybody. I thought I was smarter than myself and smarter than everything. And I thought I could get away with things. And it took me a long time to realize that I didn't. So I know that now. I know that I'm not that smart. I I know that I can't outsmart, you know, nature and the universe. So what I talk about really, my inspiration is just, you know, now I have my grandson and I just look back and I say all the things that I did just to waste time and just sitting here now looking, just looking at that. I wouldn't have been doing this 20 or 30 years ago, believe me. Well, if I was, I would have had probably a beer in my hand, and it would have been after like a full night of drinking and watching the sun come up. You know what I mean? Like just sitting here reflecting. But you have to find it inside. You have to come to the realization. You know what I mean? And start to realize like what the real important things are in life. And at the core is always going to be your health. And I always say, and I believe this, and I'm going to go to my grave believing it, that if you're healthy, if you keep yourself healthy, everything else in life is going to pan out. It's going to pan out. But if you're dealing with sickness and you're not right in your body and your mind, and you have, because bad shit's going to happen to every one of us in life, and we have to deal with it. We have to. There's no way you're getting around it. But if you're sick and unhealthy and you have to deal with, you know, life in general, it's hard. It's hard. Definition of success, it really is just being healthy and happy. You know, everybody looks at, I would say probably 80 to 90% look at people, they define success as having a big car, having a lot of money. And you want to be financially secure, you know what I mean? It's a good thing if you are, but to what end? If you're 300 pounds and you can't walk up a flight of steps and you can't wipe your own ass when you take a shit, to be pretty blunt, what is that doing for you? You have nothing. You're not successful. So successful is just like being content, pretty much content with what you're doing in life. You know, not like sitting and pining after things. Like if you're sitting here going, I wish I had that, and I wish I had what that guy had, and I'm not happy doing this, I want to go do that, I should have done that. That's not being successful. That's not being happy. But if you could sit here and just be content and drink a cup of coffee and watch the sun, and feel pretty good about yourself for the most part, not that you haven't made mistakes in life, and we all have regrets and you wish you can go back and change things, but we can't. So you just have to reconcile the past. But if you can do that and get to a place and, you know, just be kind of content with yourself, that's successful thing. And finding a good cup of coffee. This coffee sucks. No, you don't have to be scared of women. Develop yourself, develop your mind, develop your body, become a good person, become a strong person, and you won't have to be you won't have to be afraid of anybody. They'll be attracted to you. You'll be beating them off with a stick. Dontrell, I'm doing well, brother. I hope you're doing well too. Yeah, right, Parrish. You don't want to talk too much because they'll give you the hook. They'll give you the hook. They'll pull you right off. No problem, Paris. I wish you the best, brother. Game Bros is in the house. Good morning. Good morning, Gusto. Guys, check out the Game Bros channel, the home of 500 muscle ups and all sorts of other nonsense. No, actually, you know what? Old school. It's funny that you even mentioned that because this place that I'm at, I have Verizon, and the signal is for shit. In the building, actually, I have almost no signal, and out here it's very low. I'm surprised. I was a little worried that I might even lose the signal. Morning, Black Hat. Appreciate you being here. How do I grow mentally? Well, it's not easy to do that, Booty. It's not easy to grow mentally. I think the first part is to realize that you do have to grow mentally, right? Like I mentioned earlier, I always thought early in my early years that I was smarter. I was too smart for my good, and I was so ignorant. Got me in a lot of trouble. So you have to come to the realization that you do have to grow mentally, and you're never going to stop growing mentally. You're never going to stop. You're never going to reach a point. You're never going to get to a zenith and say, "Wow, I'm so smart. I'm so mentally developed. I don't have to do anything. I could just sit here and reap the benefits of being so mentally superior." Good morning, Bad Body. Bart, I'm from New Jersey. I was born and raised in New Jersey, and right now I'm coming to you by the way of Florida for a few days. My cheat meal, Bart, is usually the occasional pizza. Probably my biggest one. A couple of ravioli, cheese ravioli. Not too often though, but when I do, that was it. Well, Booty, I mean, yeah, of course you're going to look differently at others because if you're going through a hardship, um, when you're down and out, that's when you find out who your true friends are. That's how you find out, you know, who really cares about you as a person, because everybody's your friend when you're doing well. Everybody's your friend when you're the guy buying drinks and you're the life of the party. But when you're down and out and you need help, all of a sudden everybody's, oh, yeah, maybe next Tuesday, but today I have to go here. And, so yeah, of course. But you're going to look at yourself differently too, because how you handle those hardships is going to make you hopefully a better person. It's either going to beat you down further or it's going to make you stronger, right? But you're definitely going to find out who your true friends are. Bart, right now I'm talking to you, my friend. Uh, like I said, I'm from Jersey, and I just took a quick trip down to Florida for a few days with my family, my daughter and my grandson. Bart, like anything, when you're starting to work out, um, whenever anybody starts something new, we always come out of the gate full of piss and vinegar, right? I'm going to do it every day, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it. Set a schedule. Like, all right, for the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'm going to commit to just 2 or 3 days of doing some push-ups, some kind of pull-ups or squat. An hour, 30 minutes a day. Just commit to that and just check off, make a little calendar or whatever, put something in your phone or however you want to do it to keep track. And when you see those X's, you're going to start building some momentum. But don't come out of the gate thinking, I'm going to do everything today. If you have a bad habit, if you smoke, if you drink, if whatever you're eating and you know is shit food, pick something, one little thing at a time. Take that out of your diet and put something else in. And then commit to that exercise. Again, be realistic. If you've never worked out or you haven't worked out in years, and to think that you're gonna wake up tomorrow and start working out 6 7 days a week, it's not gonna happen. But like with everything, you start small, and it's like that snowball coming down the mountain, right? It's a little snowball, and by the time it gets to the bottom, And Bart, I don't know what you're up to. I mean, is it what you're looking to do? Or, I mean, if you're looking to start to work out, I mean, you don't need a gym membership. Start with body weight stuff. Body weight stuff will definitely get you right, without a doubt. Yeah, people show their true colors, Kat. When you're in trouble, you definitely learn who your friends are. You definitely learn that. And you know, a lot of times you have even family members turn their back on you. Sad but true. No, Bart, I don't. I honestly don't. I've mentioned it before. Like, you know, I've been in gyms my whole life, and I go into gyms and I see these guys with their notebooks and they're writing down every workout, every rep, every set, you know, how much weight they lifted and this and that, what exercises they did. That's definitely not me. It's really never been me. Um, I'm kind of all over the place, but I do try to get it in at least 5 days a week, something. Good morning to the second coming. Appreciate you being here. The urge to deviate what, Bart, from your schedule? I mean, things are always going to come up. That's where it comes into building the discipline. You have to build discipline. You have to really just, you know, you're an adult. You have to commit to it and say, I'm going to do it no matter what. This is a part of my life, you know, and convince yourself. I work out. Now this is who I am. I'm a guy that works out and I do it consistently. You got to change your mindset, you know? I mean, it sounds like you're already derailing yourself. You're already thinking about you're going to have an urge to deviate. Why? Why? Don't deviate from your health. It's too important. Morning to Jason. Kat, we're so much. And you know what? The with these gyms, the business model is set up that way because they know people aren't going to come. If you have a gym and the capacity of that gym is say 200 people, well, how do you have 1,000 or 1,200 members for a building that only holds 200 people? Because they know people aren't going to come. They know that. And it goes back to what I said earlier to Bart. You know, everybody comes out of the gate. You know, you look at January and February, you know, around Christmas time and January, people get all their gym memberships. New Year, new me, January 1st, New Year's resolution. This year is going to be different. By February 1st, like that, they have your financial info, they have your credit card or debit card, and you're sitting home eating cookies, paying them $20, $30 a month. Yeah, right. Second, that's perfect for a beginner. You're right. Thanks for that, brother. Thanks for your contribution. No truer words were ever said, Booty. Good morning to Gio. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Yes, brother. We're down in Florida for a couple of days this week with my daughter and my grandson. Flip it around there. All right, guys. Just about done with my coffee here. Um, hopefully, see you guys a little later. I'm going to be hitting the park. Maybe we'll go live if the stars align or the sun aligns, and we'll talk to you a little later on. We'll get some reps in. Appreciate everybody that popped in. Everybody stay safe. Try and get your reps in. Stay healthy. And I'll talk to everybody later on. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.